Hello, nerdlings.
What time is it?
Oh, it's Friday the 13th.
Woo! In October, no less.
Yeah, doesn't get much better than that, does it? Just so you know, you're doomed. You're all doomed. Funny story. I actually have a shirt with Crazy Ralph, and he's saying, "You're doomed. You're all doomed." We were flying out a few years ago, and I thought it would be in poor taste to wear a shirt like that to an airport on an airplane.
Yeah, we were flying on Friday the 13th, but we were pretty smart and we didn't do it. But can you tell we like Friday the 13th?
Just
Jason
a little bit.
Voorhees?
Just
a little. I mean, you know, what was that song with my Jason and me?
Oh, you're getting a hook to the
I'm getting
guy.
a hook. Wrong movie.
Even as a prop,
franchise.
Jason is doing what he does best.
I know.
Now, I do want to show you guys real quick. We recently had an anniversary, 7 years.
Woo!
Thank you.
Yes.
And my awesome wife got me some cool things, including a couple of Jason masks.
You know, I gotta
look
do
at
it.
these things. They are awesome.
They are really cool.
So first of all, you've got part 4, or the very end of part 3, I suppose, because he's a little bloody up there. He just took a hatchet to the head. You know, how rude is that?
Hey, Jason's copping a feel. He's, we better put him down.
I want to talk to your mother. And then, and of course you can see on the mask, it's got some like scratches and scuffs and everything. He's kind of been beat up a little bit.
Kind of see here on the sides. So, but
what did he take to the side of the head there? Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh,
Movie secrets! But I thought that might let you see it a little bit better.
But the hood is really cool too. You know, the bald head, of course. But then he's got like the vein work in his neck and everything.
Yeah.
Very
It's
creepy.
really awesome. Ears. There's holes in the ears so you can hear. It's a nice touch.
That is a nice touch.
Show them the next one.
And then we have part 7, Jason. I have always been partial to part 7, Jason, for nothing else, if nothing else, for how he looks. Oh man, he looks so cool, and he's so creepy with the mask that's got, you know, the damage from the propeller, the boat propeller in part 6 at the end.
It's awful gnarly.
And then of course he's been underwater for a long time. And what's really cool about this hood is, and of course you got the axe mark there. So when you pull it off, now there's a face only a mother could love. And
That's
this
pretty gruesome.
looks amazing.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, you've got his bad dental work here.
He must be British.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
that's
I
bad.
love the British people. I only say that because I went on a tour in Italy and our tour guide was British and he would make fun of British people's teeth all the time,
So on the side, you have the exposed teeth that you can see for when the mask is on because of the damage there. So you can see those. And I mean, it is an all-around hood.
Yeah.
So it looks really nice. Got blood from his head and then coming out of his ears and everything. And of course you got the exposed skull right there from the eye.
So cool.
Poke
him in his wounds.
Of course you got the gunshot wound from part 6. One of the officers tried to do a headshot. Didn't work this time. And something that came with part 7. Jason hands!
Gnarly here.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, hello. Yes.
Hello,
Nice
how
to
are
meet
you?
you.
It's so good
Happy
to see
Friday
you.
the 13th, by the way. That's so great. Oh, my goodness. But they're really neat, too, because you can see they've got some nice battle damage to them. He's been in some brawls, hasn't he? So, you've got the bones showing and blood work and some cat fuzz on them. Sorry about that. But the underside is just as bad.
Jason likes to pet cats, what can we say?
You know, the nice thing is his nails aren't too bad. I think I've known people with nails that looked about like that. I'm not a nail biter.
Not too bad of a manicure.
But anyway, so that was the first part. I just wanted to show the cool masks that we got and everything that I got courtesy of my lovely wife here. She was so sweet to get those for me.
Well, I know what you like, so I like to get you what you like.
So she got me something else. Let's take a look at that. Oh, you just caught us about to check out the other awesome gift for my lovely wife. No, it's not the movies. We already had those, of course.
Yeah. Who wouldn't have those?
But she did get Friday the 13th, the series. Now, this was kind of a fun little anthology series television show in which it had nothing to do with Jason or Camp Crystal Lake, which probably turned a lot of people off of it. But if you've ever watched Tales from the Dark Side or Tales from the Crypt, stuff like that, it was kind of in the same vein as that. And this is the entire series.
I think 3 seasons?
Three seasons worth.
3 seasons. It's kind of like you said, not a lot of people knew that there was a TV show. I, in fact, actually watched this series as a kid, not knowing when it was. I don't think at the time I was so young that Friday the 13th didn't really register with me. So I just thought it was just another really cool TV show. It's basically about this older man, and he goes out and he collects curiosities, kind of like if you've ever seen the movie Curiosity Shop from Stephen King, or read the book. But he goes Needful Things. That's what it was. But they go out and they find these objects that either cause murders or makes people murder people or does just horror type things. And he employs a young man and a young woman to help him start collecting these things. If you've ever watched the TV show Warehouse 13, it's kind of along the same veins, except this is more horror related, where Warehouse 13 was more just anything supernatural. But it's a really fun series to check out. Little tip, the only connection that this TV show has to the movies, other than the name and is it the producer's son, like Sean S. Cunningham's son or something, has to do with it. One of the Cunninghams. But the actor, the male actor in it, is from
Part 9, Jason Goes to Hell. He plays Steven.
And they're not the same characters.
No.
Not the same characters at all. But, it's probably funny. He was probably really pissed when he got the role in Friday the 13th, thinking, yes, I get to Jason! And there's no Jason in the TV show. And then when he's like, finally, I landed a Friday the 13th movie! And there's no Jason, because he went to hell.
Of all movies, it's that one.
So.
But, again, the cool thing is, a nice little box set.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the whole series on there. And it'll be a lot of fun to check out. I will try to remember to put a picture in the video here that shows the cover a little better, because this skull, it actually has a bunch of little objects hidden in it, kind of like little nods to the show, the episodes and everything. So this is gonna be
the other funny thing I was gonna say, the cover, they made it look really old and worn, but it's brand new.
Yeah, when I opened it, I thought that it was a used version, which I didn't mind, but then when I took the sleeve off, this was at the time still wrapped in plastic, so it's like, oh, it was brand new. Never mind.
But I highly recommend you guys checking this out. This is a really fun series. I don't know how kid-friendly it is, but it's more kid-friendly than the Friday the 13th movies.
Although this is not rated. And last but certainly not least are some comics. Now, we actually... Oh, I love it too. Now, we actually picked up a lot of these during a sale at a local comic book shop where it was a buy two, get one free.
Yes.
And we managed to get a lot of these for around a $3 to $4 range, which actually isn't too bad because, for instance, this one here, they had it at $3.99, but the original price was $2.99, so...
$1 more.
$1 more, but then we also got one for free after buying two. But anyway, the Friday the 13th and Jason comics have spanned like so many different things. When Jason Goes to Hell came out, I remember there was a companion comic for it that kind of delved a little deeper into the story and everything.
Try to make that better.
Supposedly, there's actually a comic out there that shows how Jason got from Manhattan from Part 8 back to Crystal Lake and kind of ties it to Jason Goes to Hell. I've never got to see that one though.
That makes sense.
But one of the cooler ones that I did get to read a few years ago online is the Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. And that one is a lot of fun. It's done really well, too. You have a lot of elements where Ash revisits the cabin and his nightmares and everything. And of course, you know, Freddy's there.
Yes.
And they do like some fun stuff with Ash's severed hand where it has Freddy's knives and it's walking around and everything. But then you also have moments where, well, again, kind of like part 9, it tries to tie in the Necronomicon into the Jason lore by having Freddy use that to summon Jason and blah, blah, blah.
The nice thing about the comics, though, is they're not like Superman or Batman or X-Men where it like spans long books.
Yes.
They're like 2 books or 4 books or 5 books. It's very short, so it's kind of like short and sweet and to the point.
Nice bite-sized.
Yeah, so you don't have to find a bunch of the comics to collect because, you know, there's only 2. So it's really easy to find book 1, book 2, you know.
A great point on that note is the ridiculous, it's Friday the 13th, Jason versus Jason X. Yes, he battles his own space.
Well,
self.
you know, when no one is bad enough to take on Jason, you get Jason to take on Jason.
We have a series here. It is the Bloodbath series, and these are pretty cool. I believe it's only 3 issues long. The Jason versus Jason X is only 2.
Yeah, which is nice.
And these have some really cool art too. Another fun thing is definitely seeing the different takes of Jason in all the different books. And last we have this set, and it is by Wildstorm Comics. And this was a 6-part set, and I was very excited to get all of these. So you have the new beginning in horror.
This kind of makes me think Freddy a little bit.
It really does. The covers for these are they're so impressive. They really stand out. A nice one here where he's doing a little reflection.
I like this one.
Oh, well, look at
Couldn't
that.
tell. Gee. Yeah.
As you can tell, some of the best artwork comes from the comics.
Makes it on the shirts.
And anytime you have any kind of mask or anything that has an eye hole, you've got to do some snakes going through it. It's just a rule.
I want to see Freddy versus Medusa.
Freddy versus Medusa.
Or not Freddy, Jason versus Medusa, I mean.
Then this one, got a little maskless Jason, and he's attacking a girl that's looking at the mask. And is she gonna put it on? Is she gonna be a new Jason? Be like a little, you know, Jason Voorhees' short round or something. You call him Dr. Voorhees.
He know nothing crazy.
He is crazy. He's got the mask.
Yes.
So anyway, and this isn't even scratching the surface.
No.
There's so many comics, and like she said, a lot of 2 parts, 3 parts. You know, you got a 6-part here. They actually did a Freddy versus Jason versus Ash 2. And of course, you know, I mean, if you follow those, you can follow Ash into the Marvel universe with the Marvel zombies, and it just keeps going if you want.
But this is a nice take if you've watched the movies umpteen billion times and you don't want to watch them again, but who wouldn't want to watch them again? But on Friday the 13th, if you don't want to watch a movie or you can't watch movies because you're doing something else, you know, that you can't watch a medium, you can read the comics. So, you know, you can always celebrate Friday the 13th in one way or the other, whether it's movies, then video game, the comics, which segue into video games.
Yes. By the way, today the physical copy of Friday the 13th came out. Did anybody go out and pick that up? Did you already have the digital copy? Have you been playing it? Do you have the digital copy but are still going to buy the physical copy? Because I think that's what we're going to end up doing.
I'm very excited to be able to get a chance to explore the Jarvis house.
Yes, that's going to be so much fun. Can you believe that?
Yeah, so
I can't wait to ask Ted where the corkscrew is. Hey, Ted! Where's the fancy corkscrew? Ted!
I will say, if Tommy's monsters are not in his room and you can't go in Tommy's room to see the monsters, then I will be very disappointed. So, and obviously you went to the school of Crispin Glover.
Yeah, it's got to do the Crispin Glover dance. So, anyway, lots of Friday the 13th stuff.
Yes.
Definitely let us know if you're a huge Friday the 13th fan.
What do you like to do on Friday the 13th?
Yeah, do you have a tradition? Maybe watching the movies, the TV show, reading some comics.
Are you superstitious and you just hide in a hole? Well, you know, they may be Templars, and you know they're afraid of being massacred, so they, you know, don't get out on Friday the 13th.
That's true. It's very true. But like, subscribe, comment below. We definitely want to know what you guys do for Friday the 13th.
I don't hide in a hole.
No, we usually watch the movies. We
Yes.
usually pick one out.
Yes.
And yeah, hey, if you're commenting, let us know which Jason movie is your favorite. Let us know which one you
Yes.
don't like. You just can't stand.
Yes. All right, my little nerdlings. We will see you later. We're gonna go play some games and watch some movies and read some comics.
Yes. By the way, there was a comic where it was a crossover, Jason and Leatherface. And it's funny because the whole thing is like complimenting Jason on his killing tactics, you know, his style. They're like, oh, you're really good.
You just grunt at them.
And well, the thing is, Jason introduces himself because he has a little memory of writing his name. So he takes some blood and writes Jason on the wall, and that's how Leatherface and his family know his name.
All right.
And you thought going to space was going too far. Bye, nerdlings.